there. I've got some food for your kitchen downstairs.
Yes, ma'am. Come in.
Can I prop this door open?
Aye.
Do you think?
I'm on my way to work, so I don't know.
Okay. We won't hold it
I
open.
appreciate the food, though.
Yeah.
We're short of food sometimes.
Yeah, well, you're going to have some good potatoes.
Nice potatoes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We go through food like crazy.
We're dropping off vegetables for your kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay.
And that means you were enumerated for the civic election.
Oh, are you going to vote in the election?
If I'm on the list of voters to elect me, but I haven't seen no enumerator yet.
Oh.
As far as I know, all of the individuals that were involved had no access to their own green space. They weren't homeowners with front and backyards and decks and windowsills, and they had apartments with no balconies and lived in close quarters with other people, but with no access to green space that they themselves could be involved in. Maybe at most could walk through a park.
Hi. Is Kathy in?
I could say the soup kitchen and food banks models that people have been involved in for years have generally kind of eroded their sense of participation and involvement and choice. They arrive somewhere and the menu is set and the company is determined for them, and so there's a lot of choice removed from them, which can be disappointing and disempowering for people too. Some people would take community for granted because they're already experiencing it and they already have strong social networks and families. But a lot of people aren't. And especially for an organization like a Rocha that is not just concerned with conservation, but people in conservation and people groups and how they relate to each other and how they relate together toward the earth. And for a church like St. Margaret's that doesn't just care about how we relate as individuals to God, but how we relate to each other as well and how we love one another and therefore love God. Community is a very significant thing to offer to other people who haven't experienced it or who aren't experiencing enough of it. We imagined at the beginning creating these great gardens and then people flocking to us in droves because they wanted to garden and they saw these great gardens and they wanted to be involved and they wanted to put in hours and they wanted to take home vegetables. And we were kind of surprised that a lot of the time at the beginning we were alone and nobody was showing up. And so I think learning through the whole summer where we should actually sink our energy and who is going to be most interested in being involved was a big thing, but a big part of the success was the learning that came from it.
Maybe you've heard of this, I don't know. Corn, squash, and beans together, because these are the beans. There's a row of beans here, and a row of corn, and another row of beans. And the corn will grow nice and tall, and the beans will basically just wrap themselves around it and wind themselves up. And then the squash will grow around as a ground cover, which will keep down the weeds, and it'll provide nice shade for the bottom of these plants, the corn. Harvested all the carrots, and there were probably half of them had already been pulled out by other people. And a neighbor came by and told me that she's seen somebody driving up in a van a couple times and just loading up with zucchini and carrots and whatever they could gather. Which isn't the worst thing, because I presume they're using it. But it's kind of nice to be able to know where it's going. Not sure if that'll stay.
I guess linking would probably be a pretty important word for us in our goals. Rather than just providing food for people, rather than just giving, it was giving people an opportunity to be linked with the food that they wanted and growing it themselves. And not just the food, but also the experience of joining others in community and of really enjoying creation, really getting to be outside and getting to explore the soil and the plants that they were growing.
I don't even know. I don't think it's a vegetables. Okay, I've got lots of potatoes.
Here, I'm using your
Oh, the tomatoes. What do you? Yeah.
We're gonna make some of those potatoes.
Probably the most significant learning that we experienced throughout the summer was learning where the need was in our community exactly.
So this is a facility with 81 residents living here, and mostly funded by their room and board that they pay. There's no government funding coming to this place, and they have a few people on staff, but otherwise really under-resourced place. And they're really grateful for as much of the fresh food as they can get.
We had some guesses at the beginning of the summer of where we would get involved with which people and how we would find them and how we would invite them to the gardens. And that changed throughout the summer. We learned who actually really wanted to be involved and who didn't. So I think my advice going forward would be for people to really survey and understand their community. But I think it could take years. It could be a long process for a lot of people.
All right, have a good day at work.
Have a nice day. Yeah, you too, sir.